Have you ever caught yourself rushing through the day, only to realize you can't even recall what you had for breakfast this morning? It's a curious truth about modern life. We're so often lost in the hustle, perpetually racing toward the next thing, that we miss the beauty of the moment right in front of us. This is where mindfulness, or Chan-nim, as it's known in Buddhist teachings, comes into play. It's about stepping off the treadmill of constant doing to simply be, fully present, fully alive, in every single breath. Mindfulness isn't some abstract concept locked away in ancient scriptures. It's a transformative practice that anyone can bring into their daily life. It's about more than just meditation. It's about paying attention, with purpose, to the little joys and subtle wonders that often slip through the cracks of our busy minds. So, why does this matter to you? Because the quality of our lives is shaped by the quality of our moments. This video is not just about understanding mindfulness, it's about showing you why it's the secret ingredient to a life of fulfillment and clarity. Stick around, and I'll share practical ways you can tap into this ancient wisdom, unlock its benefits, and start living more intentionally, starting today. Let's explore how mindfulness can reconnect you with the extraordinary in the ordinary. 1. Understanding mindfulness, a bridge between tradition and modern life. Have you ever felt that life is rushing by, leaving you barely able to grasp the beauty of a single moment? This feeling of disconnect, of living on autopilot, is more common than ever in today's fast-paced world. But what if there were a way to hit pause, step into the present, and truly experience each fleeting moment of life? This is the essence of mindfulness, Chan-nim, in Buddhist teachings, a practice that has spanned centuries yet remains profoundly relevant in modern life. What is mindfulness? At its core, mindfulness is the practice of being fully present. It means paying attention to the here and now with intention, openness, and without judgment. The term Chan-nim originates from the ancient Pali word sati, a central concept in Buddhist philosophy. For Buddhists, mindfulness is not merely a technique, it is a way of life, a gateway to enlightenment, and an essential step on the Eightfold Path. It invites us to cultivate awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings, allowing us to connect deeply with ourselves and the world. Modern interpretations of mindfulness, while inspired by Buddhist teachings, often focus on its practical applications. Psychologists and neuroscientists define mindfulness as a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment. It's about breaking free from the constant replay of past regrets and future anxieties that dominate our minds. The origins of mindfulness in Buddhist teachings. Mindfulness as a practice was introduced more than 2,500 years ago by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, who sought to relieve human suffering. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness plays a critical role in helping individuals gain insight into the nature of reality, liberating them from ignorance and attachment. The Buddha described mindfulness as one of the 7 factors of enlightenment and outlined its application in the Satipatthana Sutta, a foundational text in Buddhism. One of the most poetic descriptions of mindfulness in Buddhist scriptures comes from the metaphor of the lotus flower. Just as a lotus rises above muddy waters to bloom in pristine beauty, mindfulness allows us to rise above the chaos of life, cultivating clarity and compassion. Why is mindfulness relevant today? You might be wondering, how does this ancient practice apply to my daily life? Surprisingly, mindfulness offers profound benefits that resonate with both spiritual seekers and those simply seeking a more fulfilling existence. In a world flooded with distractions, endless notifications, overpacked schedules, and ceaseless demands, mindfulness acts as a counterbalance, helping us anchor ourselves in the present. Scientific studies have repeatedly shown that practicing mindfulness can reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance emotional well-being. For instance, research from the University of Massachusetts Medical School's Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction (MBSR) program reveals that mindfulness meditation can lower cortisol levels, a stress hormone, and improve overall mental health. This convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science makes mindfulness a truly universal practice. Applying mindfulness in everyday life. Mindfulness isn't something that requires hours of dedicated practice. It can be woven into the fabric of your daily routine. Imagine savoring your morning coffee, truly feeling the warmth of the cup in your hands and tasting the richness of each sip. Or consider the transformative effect of mindful listening, giving someone your full attention without letting your mind wander. Buddhism often suggests starting with the breath. Breathing is a simple, constant, and powerful anchor to the present moment. By taking a few mindful breaths, you can bring yourself back to the now, no matter how chaotic life feels. For example, when you're stuck in traffic or overwhelmed at work, a moment of mindful breathing can calm your thoughts and reset your mindset. A practical example, washing dishes mindfully. Thich Nhat Hanh, the beloved Vietnamese Zen master, often spoke about the beauty of washing dishes mindfully. He explained that instead of rushing through the chore to move on to something more important, we should focus entirely on the act itself, the feel of the water on our hands, the movement of the sponge, and the satisfaction of seeing a plate become clean. This simple act, when done with mindfulness, transforms into a moment of peace and presence. A call to live fully. Mindfulness invites us to live in the now, which is the only moment we truly have. Through practicing Chan Neem, we can reconnect with the richness of life, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Whether you're seeking spiritual enlightenment or just trying to navigate the stresses of daily life, mindfulness offers a powerful tool for grounding, healing, and thriving. 2. The transformative benefits of mindfulness. Imagine living in a world where stress no longer feels overwhelming, where your focus sharpens, your mental health flourishes, and your connections with others deepen. This is the promise of mindfulness, Loyich mindfulness, as conveyed through Buddhist philosophy and supported by modern scientific research. By embracing this practice, we unlock the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace, presence, and purpose. Let's explore how mindfulness touches and transforms key aspects of our lives. Reducing stress, a path to inner peace. Stress has become a silent epidemic in modern society. Deadlines, responsibilities, and constant demands often leave us feeling drained and disconnected. Mindfulness offers an antidote, a way to step back and recalibrate. According to Buddhist teachings, mindfulness invites us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing stress to dissipate like clouds passing in the sky. Scientific studies mirror these teachings. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that practicing mindfulness reduces the production of cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Techniques such as mindful breathing and meditation serve as tools to calm the mind and bring balance to a chaotic world. Just a few moments of mindfulness each day can lead to profound changes in how we respond to pressure. Enhancing focus, living with intentionality. In today's world of constant distractions, endless notifications, multitasking, and information overload, it's no wonder that focus feels elusive. Mindfulness trains us to concentrate on the present moment, cutting through the noise to access clarity. In Buddhism, this focus is cultivated through practices like anapanasati, the mindfulness of breathing, which sharpens awareness and centers the mind. Modern neuroscience supports these practices. Studies from Harvard Medical School reveal that mindfulness strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and attention. By cultivating this heightened focus, we not only become more productive but also learn to engage deeply with the tasks and moments that matter most. Improving mental health, a foundation of well-being. The connection between mindfulness and mental health is undeniable. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that mindfulness helps to break free from the cycle of negative thinking, providing a pathway to peace and resilience. By observing thoughts with detachment, we reduce the grip of anxiety, depression, and fear. Scientific evidence complements this wisdom. Research published in the journal JAMA Psychiatry highlights that mindfulness-based interventions significantly improve symptoms of depression and anxiety. Programs like mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, use these techniques to empower individuals to cope with their emotions and regain control over their mental well-being. Deepening connections, mindfulness in relationships. Human connections form the fabric of our lives, yet they are often strained by misunderstandings and a lack of presence. Mindfulness brings attention and empathy into our interactions, fostering deeper, more authentic relationships. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness encourages compassionate listening and speaking, transforming how we communicate and connect. Imagine listening to a friend with undivided attention, truly understanding their emotions without planning your next response. This is mindfulness in action, and the results are profound. Studies from the University of California show that mindfulness enhances emotional intelligence and strengthens interpersonal bonds. When we are fully present with others, we nurture trust, intimacy, and harmony. Connecting mindfulness with a fuller life. Mindfulness is not just about personal growth, it is a gateway to living a fuller, more meaningful life. When we practice mindfulness, we engage with the richness of each moment, uncovering joy in the ordinary. Whether it's savoring a meal, feeling the warmth of sunlight, or appreciating the laughter of a loved one, mindfulness reveals the beauty woven into our daily existence. Embracing mindfulness, a call to action. The benefits of mindfulness are vast, touching every aspect of our lives. From reducing stress and enhancing focus to improving mental health and deepening relationships, mindfulness is a practice that empowers us to live with intention and grace. By integrating Buddhist teachings with modern science, we see that mindfulness is not just a philosophy, it's a practical tool for thriving in the complexity of the modern world. So, why not start today? Take a mindful breath. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your lungs. Notice the thoughts that pass through your mind without clinging to them. These small steps mark the beginning of a journey to reclaim your life, moment by moment. 3. How to practice mindfulness, simple steps to transform your life. In a world filled with distractions, practicing mindfulness, mindfulness, offers a refreshing way to reconnect with the present moment and rediscover the joy of simply being. Rooted in Buddhist teachings and supported by science, mindfulness isn't about achieving perfection, it's about cultivating awareness and living with intention. Let's explore practical and simple ways to embrace mindfulness in your daily life. 1. Start with your breath, the foundation of mindfulness. Breathing is one of the most accessible tools for mindfulness. In Buddhism, the practice of anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, is foundational. The Buddha taught that by focusing on the natural rhythm of the breath, we can anchor ourselves in the present moment. How to begin? Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in, noticing the sensation of air filling your lungs. Then, exhale gently, paying attention as your breath leaves your body. Repeat this cycle, focusing solely on your breath. Why it works? From a scientific perspective, mindful breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress and calming the mind. It also trains your brain to focus, building resilience against distractions. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing can help you reset and reconnect with the moment, whether you're at work, stuck in traffic, or simply feeling overwhelmed. 2. Meditation, a space for stillness and reflection. Meditation is perhaps the most well-known practice associated with mindfulness. In Buddhist teachings, meditation allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without clinging to them. This practice fosters clarity and equanimity, two essential qualities for living a mindful life. How to meditate? Begin by setting aside 5 to 10 minutes each day. Sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Focus on your breath, or choose a mantra, a meaningful word or phrase, to silently repeat. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently guide your attention back to your breath or mantra. Science meets Buddhism. Research published in Nature Reviews Neuroscience highlights that meditation increases gray matter in areas of the brain associated with memory, empathy, and emotional regulation. This aligns beautifully with the Buddhist idea that meditation cultivates inner peace and wisdom. Meditation doesn't have to be elaborate. Even a brief daily practice can create a ripple effect, bringing greater mindfulness to the rest of your life. 3. Be present in daily activities. Mindfulness is not confined to sitting on a cushion or retreating to a quiet room. It can be practiced in the midst of daily life, transforming even mundane tasks into opportunities for presence. Everyday mindfulness. While eating, savor each bite of food, noticing its texture, flavor, and aroma. Put down your fork between bites and take a moment to truly enjoy the experience. While walking, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your steps, and the world around you. While cleaning or washing dishes, focus on the motions of your hands, the temperature of the water, or the sound of the scrubbing. Why it matters. Thich Nhat Hanh, a revered Vietnamese Zen master, emphasized that mindfulness in daily activities transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. By bringing full awareness to small tasks, we learn to appreciate the richness of the present moment. 4. Practice gratitude, a mindful heart. Gratitude is a powerful mindfulness practice that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. In Buddhism, cultivating gratitude is seen as a way to nurture joy and contentment. How to practice? At the end of each day, reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. Perhaps it's the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or simply the fact that you're breathing. Scientific validation. Studies from the Greater Good Science Center show that gratitude improves mental health, increases happiness, and even strengthens relationships. Mindfulness combined with gratitude deepens our connection to life's blessings and reminds us to cherish each moment. 5. Create a mindful morning ritual. The way we start our day sets the tone for the hours that follow. Incorporating mindfulness into your morning routine can help you greet each day with calm and clarity. Ideas for a mindful morning. Begin with a few moments of mindful breathing before reaching for your phone. Set an intention for the day, such as, I will approach today with kindness and curiosity. Mindfully savor your first sip of coffee or tea, fully engaging your senses. Starting your day mindfully creates a ripple effect, helping you carry that awareness into everything you do. A journey worth embarking on. Practicing mindfulness is less about achieving a specific goal and more about cultivating a way of being. It is a journey of self-discovery that invites us to live with authenticity, presence, and compassion. Whether you're focusing on your breath, meditating, or simply savoring a meal, mindfulness empowers you to reclaim your attention and enrich your life. As the Buddha taught, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. By practicing mindfulness, you align with your truest self and create space for peace, clarity, and joy. 4. Mindfulness in relationships, building stronger connections. In the chaos of modern life, relationships often bear the brunt of our distractions. Miscommunications, misunderstandings, and the inability to be fully present with loved ones can create distance and tension. Mindfulness, Mindfulness va moi quan he, offers a transformative approach to fostering deeper connections, rooted in the timeless teachings of Buddhism and supported by modern psychological science. By practicing mindfulness in relationships, we learn to truly listen, understand, and connect with others on a meaningful level. The Buddhist perspective, mindfulness and compassion. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness is more than being aware of oneself, it is about being fully present in interactions with others. The Buddha emphasized the importance of right speech and right intention on the Eightfold Path, both of which require mindfulness in relationships. When we are mindful, we engage with kindness, empathy, and authenticity. Mindful interactions help us recognize the interconnectedness of all beings and cultivate metta, loving-kindness. For example, Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Vietnamese Zen master, often taught that mindfulness in relationships begins with deep, compassionate listening. By truly hearing another person without judgment or interruption, we create a safe space for openness and understanding. This simple yet profound practice can transform relationships from superficial exchanges to deeply rooted connections. Mindful communication, listening and speaking with intention. One of the most significant benefits of mindfulness in relationships is the improvement of communication. Misunderstandings often arise because we are too distracted to truly hear what someone is saying or because we react impulsively, rather than responding thoughtfully. Mindfulness helps us slow down, listen with full attention, and choose our words with care. How to listen mindfully when someone is speaking: focus entirely on their words, tone, and emotions. Avoid formulating your response while they are still talking. Pause before replying to ensure your response is thoughtful and kind. How to speak mindfully: use words that uplift and encourage rather than criticize or blame. Be aware of the intention behind your words. Are you seeking to understand, to connect, or to heal? Scientific research supports these practices. Studies published in the Journal of Positive Psychology reveal that mindful communication enhances relationship satisfaction by increasing mutual understanding and reducing conflict. Cultivating empathy through presence. Mindfulness nurtures empathy, which is essential for deepening relationships. When we are fully present with someone, we can sense their emotions and understand their perspective more clearly. In Buddhist teachings, this aligns with the concept of karuna, compassion, which arises naturally when we are mindful. Imagine sitting with a friend who is sharing their struggles. Instead of letting your mind wander to your own experiences or thinking about how to fix their problem, you remain fully present. You acknowledge their feelings without judgment and respond with genuine care. This mindful presence not only validates their emotions but also strengthens your bond. Managing conflict mindfully. Conflict is an inevitable part of relationships, but how we approach it can make all the difference. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our emotions without letting them control our actions. Instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, mindfulness encourages us to pause, breathe, and respond with clarity. Buddhist practices, such as loving-kindness meditation, can be particularly helpful in conflict resolution. By silently wishing well for ourselves and the other person, we shift our perspective from confrontation to compassion. This mindset allows us to address issues constructively and move toward resolution. Neuroscience supports this approach. Research from the University of California indicates that mindfulness practices reduce activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and enhance emotional regulation. This makes us less likely to react impulsively and more capable of engaging calmly during conflicts. Building sustainable relationships. Mindfulness is not a one-time fix, it is a continuous practice that strengthens relationships over time. By being present in daily interactions, we demonstrate our commitment to nurturing the bond we share with others. Daily mindful practices for relationships. Gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you appreciate about your loved ones. Express this gratitude through words or actions. Nonverbal presence. Sometimes, mindfulness is about simply being there, whether it's sitting in comfortable silence or holding someone's hand with full attention. Mindful apologies. When mistakes happen, mindfulness helps us apologize sincerely and take responsibility without defensiveness. These practices align with both Buddhist teachings and psychological insights, reinforcing that mindfulness is a powerful tool for creating lasting connections. A call to mindful relationships. Mindfulness in relationships is not about being perfect, it's about being present. By embracing mindfulness, we break free from the distractions and habits that hinder meaningful connection. Instead, we approach our relationships with authenticity, empathy, and love. As Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully said, when you love someone, the best thing you can offer is your presence. How can you love if you are not there? Let mindfulness guide you to show up fully for the people who matter most, deepening your connections and enriching your life. 5. Mindfulness and personal growth, unlocking your full potential. In our journey of life, the pursuit of personal growth, Phat Tryon Ka Nan, often leads us to search for ways to become the best version of ourselves. Whether it's achieving our goals, nurturing our talents, or living a life that feels deeply meaningful, mindfulness plays a vital role in this transformation. Rooted in Buddhist teachings and backed by modern science, mindfulness empowers us to align our actions with our aspirations, unlocking our potential to grow and thrive. The essence of personal growth in Buddhism. In Buddhism, personal growth is not measured by material success or external achievements, but by inner transformation. Mindfulness is the cornerstone of this process, as it allows us to become deeply aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. The Buddha taught that through mindfulness, we develop right effort and right mindfulness, two elements of the Noble Eightfold Path that guide us towards self-improvement and enlightenment. Unlike approaches that focus solely on external change, mindfulness encourages us to look inward. It helps us recognize our habitual patterns, both constructive and destructive, and empowers us to cultivate qualities like patience, resilience, and compassion. This internal clarity becomes the foundation for meaningful growth. Mindfulness and goal achievement. Achieving personal goals often feels like an uphill climb, especially when distractions, self-doubt, and fear of failure get in the way. Mindfulness serves as an anchor, keeping us focused on the present moment while maintaining clarity about our long-term intentions. Clarity of purpose. Mindfulness sharpens our ability to discern what truly matters. By staying present, we cut through the noise of competing priorities and align our actions with our core values. For instance, mindfulness meditation can help us reflect on whether our goals stem from genuine passion or external pressure. Resilience in challenges. Pursuing goals inevitably involves setbacks. Mindfulness trains us to observe challenges without judgment and approach them with a growth mindset. As research from the University of California shows, mindfulness increases emotional resilience, enabling us to navigate obstacles with calm and determination. Through mindfulness, we learn to take consistent, small steps toward our goals, rather than becoming overwhelmed by the entire journey. Cultivating self-awareness through mindfulness. True personal growth begins with self-awareness, the ability to understand our inner world. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness helps us uncover the roots of our emotions, desires, and actions, providing insights that are essential for self-improvement. Recognizing patterns. By observing our thoughts and emotions with mindfulness, we gain insight into habitual behaviors that may hinder our growth. For example, you might notice a tendency to procrastinate or react impulsively, and mindfulness allows you to address these patterns with compassion and purpose. Embracing change, the Buddha often spoke about the impermanence of life, and mindfulness helps us embrace this truth. By letting go of rigid attachments and fears, we create space for new possibilities and growth. Psychologists agree with these insights. Studies in mindfulness-based interventions highlight that increased self-awareness leads to better decision-making and emotional regulation, both crucial for personal development. Mindfulness as a tool for emotional mastery. Personal growth is not just about achieving goals, it's about cultivating a state of inner peace and emotional mastery. Mindfulness helps us navigate our emotions with grace, fostering a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationships. Managing negative emotions, mindfulness teaches us to observe emotions like anger, fear, and sadness without being consumed by them. This practice, known as non-attachment in Buddhism, allows us to respond to challenges with wisdom instead of reactivity. Nurturing positive emotions, gratitude, joy, and compassion naturally arise when we practice mindfulness. These emotions not only enhance our sense of well-being but also inspire us to uplift others, contributing to collective growth. Scientific studies reinforce these benefits. Research from the American Mindfulness Research Association highlights that mindfulness reduces emotional reactivity while increasing emotional intelligence, a key trait for personal and professional success. Living a meaningful life with mindfulness. At its heart, personal growth is about living a life that feels authentic and meaningful. Mindfulness helps us connect with our purpose, align with our values, and savor the richness of each moment. Finding meaning in the present, mindfulness encourages us to focus on the journey, not just the destination. By being fully present in our actions, we find joy and fulfillment in everyday moments, whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing our passions, or simply appreciating the beauty of nature. Aligning with core values. In Buddhism, mindfulness helps us act in ways that reflect our deepest values, such as kindness, honesty, and generosity. This alignment fosters a sense of integrity and purpose, which are essential for personal growth. A journey worth taking. Personal growth is not a destination, it is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and transformation. Mindfulness, deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings and validated by modern science, offers a path to unlock our potential and live a life of meaning and fulfillment. As the Buddha wisely said, your work is to discover your world and then with all your heart give yourself to it. By practicing mindfulness, we not only grow as individuals but also contribute to a more compassionate, harmonious world. Conclusion: living fully in every moment. As we wrap up this journey into mindfulness, let's reflect on the powerful insights we've uncovered. Mindfulness, or Song Tran Ven, is more than a concept, it's a way of life that allows us to be present, reduce stress, connect deeply, and grow personally. From understanding its roots in Buddhist teachings to learning simple techniques like mindful breathing, meditation, and focusing on daily activities, we've explored how mindfulness can transform the ordinary into extraordinary. The benefits are clear: mindfulness enhances emotional well-being, improves focus, strengthens relationships, and supports personal growth. It gives us the tools to navigate life's challenges with clarity and resilience while savoring the beauty of each moment. But this knowledge only becomes meaningful when we take action. So why wait? Start practicing mindfulness today. Take a deep breath, feel the present moment, and let mindfulness guide you toward a richer, more fulfilling life. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about presence. If this video inspired you, don't stop here. Like, comment, and share your thoughts. What resonated most with you? How do you plan to integrate mindfulness into your life? And don't forget to subscribe to Life Lessons, your partner on the journey of self-discovery and growth. Together, let's explore more ways to live intentionally, meaningfully, and fully. Your next step begins now.